is a contentious issue in South Africa, but it's not with the Antec Signature Series. Good afternoon, welcome to Turbo Tortoise Tech. If you're new here, I'm Reese of the 4-piece right here, Wooks Triple XL, and we have probably the easiest test of this Signature Series live because it's a 1300 watt 80 plus platinum power supply with full modular and a hybrid fan mode, which is like, it's stupidly overkill. And it's absolutely fantastic in how it's overkill, and this will guarantee you enough headroom to run like dual 4090 plus then a full like 4900K worth of wattage consistently, all at the same time, and actually then still have a little bit of headroom and actually even have a spare PSU Express connector on top of that, because like I say, this is where overkill came to rest its hat from Antec. So let's go through what's in the box. The package contents is really nice. You get everything in these nice little bags like this. You obviously get proprietary screws, which you should definitely use because the lengths do matter. If you use longer ones in this, there is a chance to short the internal side of the power supply, and you will be very sad because the price point that you've paid for this is not going to be inconsiderable. Anyway, I do also give you 12 of these nice little cable ties over here, and these I absolutely love. I got them with my Antec 850 high current gamer 850 watt gold as well. Really nice little Velcro straps as well. So if it's something that you're going to be using in and out here and there, then you're going to obviously benefit from it. They're actually holding the water cooling cables together currently on the test bench still. So these are really nice to have. That do last basically forever with you. You get this weird kettle plug, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I suppose a lot of you are going to have a 3-pin, which will just be a bit better to use on a day-to-day basis. But they do give you one. And then enough cabling for 2 power supplies over here. There's an incredibly large amount of PSU Express cables, which they all done individually. None of them are daisy chained. Every single one of them is an individual that goes from an 8-pin to an 8-pin, and then it splits into the 6-pin for where you might need it for maybe some older GPUs. These days, you pretty much only really see 8-pins. And for our ATX 3.0 users that are on 4090s and such, then these are going to be absolutely perfect. And there are 7, I mean, count them, 7 of these cables in the kit. So you're going to be able to power 2 4090s and then still have one spare, which is just an incredibly large amount of power provision. And that's basically the setup over here, is that you can get 99% of the 1300 watt on the 12 volt rail. What was kind of a little bit confusing to me with these cables and the allocations for them was for the PSU side on the 8 pins that go into the motherboard. There's only 2. Where I know of some older setups, especially Threadrippers and stuff, and dual Xeon boards that need to have like up to 3 or sometimes 4, because there'll be 2 processors on the motherboard. So this is limiting itself to like being a gaming power supply when it has implied industrial sort of usage. All of the cables are braided, as you can see. The only ones that aren't braided are the ones that are for the storage and the Molexes like this. So and I'm kind of hoping that they go away from actually doing braiding and stuff like this, to be honest, because these cables are so thick. The actual core of these cables are so thick, they actually have like pretty sick cable memory. So getting these sort of bends and stuff out, you can see I can reverse the bend and it actually stays, which is kind of good. So I don't think they should be doing this. I think they should be keep going more now to a ribbon style, because where they have the heat shrink now, it's impossible to bend it at all. So you won't be able to make tight turns easily with this, and then that's all you've got to play with, which is not ideal. And I think we should be moving away from doing this kind of style. It does look nice and neat in the system, I'll give it that, but these days everything is like around the edges for the power supply and then tucked in immediately inside the case. But then we get to the actual PSU unit itself, and what a unit it is. It is quite a big boy. It's a little bit on the larger side. The finish on this is absolutely sick. If we look around the fan area, you'll see that platinum up top with a polished sort of platinum looking at least we hope it's not platinum. could be a reason why it's driving the price up, perhaps. The shroud that's around the edge of there, and you can see the fan through there. There's more than enough airflow. It's a 135mm fan. We move to the connection side. You will notice an OC link in the top right hand corner, which your top left, there we go, which is so that you can link multiple power supplies together in case you do want to power like multiple 4090s. An incredibly large amount for the CPU and PCI Express. You're going to see the SATA and Molex has its own 6-bay quadrant on the bottom as well, and then the 24-pin is in the standard split setup that we're used to seeing. The overall presentation of this thing is absolutely incredible. I love the way it says Signature Platinum on the side. Just a subtle flex, so you can say, yeah, that's actually the 1300 watt unit, chom. And then on the back where the kettle plug connects and the power switch is, you're going to see the hybrid mode as well, which I ran it in the hybrid mode as well. And then we did testing for like 25-minute spans, and there was absolutely no problems. I then ran a time spy stress test to check power delivery to our 320 watt 3070 Ti, and it was once again flawless. And I didn't think that this thing was going to be tested. The total system draw from this system is in the region of about 600 watts at absolute maximum, and yeah, that's only coming up to half of this PSU. This is very overkill for the extreme user. Now that we do need some changes coming into the sort of ATX 3.0 era, it would be nice to have a direct ATX 3.0 in this, maybe even 2, because it could do that actually pretty fine. It would be 1200 watts of its 1300 with a platinum rating. It's within the specification guidelines. So I'd love to see an ATX 3.0 added to this power supply. Otherwise, it's pretty much perfect. Oh, and obviously, I'd like to see these changed out for the ribbon cable style. There's nothing wrong with these from a strength perspective. The actual cable inside is more wire than cabling because of that rigidity that it maintains. If I just bend this straight over here and I show you, these are wire in here. This is not cheap coiled cables. The quality of the components is extremely good from Antec, and that's what I'd expect from the Signature Series, costing what it does and having a 10-year warranty. If you've got a premium PC and you just want to make sure your power supply, this is for the 4090 user. 4080 Gunner, 4080 Super 4090, 7900 XTX. This is for you 14900K owners. Then this is going to be right up your alley. This is going to be the last PSU you're going to need, and that 10-year warranty is just to cover themselves, because I genuinely think something that's this well built and has this kind of cabling in it that's for passing extremely high wattage is going to last more than 10 years. This is probably last up to like 15. A lot of the big power supplies I've bought have lasted way longer than their proposed lifetimes or their warranties. So buying something like this will be, yeah, right up that alley. It's good to see Antec still on form, that they still produce really, really good products, and things that maybe you would say would go unnoticed, like having proper actual cable in here and not just coiled wires. Like these are some of the beefiest power cables I've ever actually tested. Anywho, that is all I have for you on this Antec Signature 1300 watt. I hope you have enjoyed this review, and if you have, please hit us up with a like and subscribe. Until next time, I will see you on the flip side.
Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for.